Good evening, everyone. Happy Tuesday. We are here for another Take Care Tuesday. I'm so excited to be on live tonight, you guys. I have had a crazy day, but I am excited to be here with you guys. So let me introduce myself. I'm Brittany Wilder. I'm an abundant life coach, and I am a person who is all about helping people live their life bolder, wilder, and better overall. So I want to come on tonight and talk to you guys about something that has been on my mind. It's been on my mind all day. And it really just goes along with our whole theme for this month when it comes down to self-care and really zoning in on ourselves and really doing like self-analysis, right? Self-analysis and zoning in and figuring out what we're all about. And so when I thought about this, and I started praying and meditating and asking God to give me, hey, Tina, hey, come on in, guys, like, share, subscribe, you know the deal. We're getting straight into it. When I started thinking about this message, God definitely led me a whole nother way. Like I never even thought of it being this way, but it really is intended to talk about just my personal journey and kind of some different things that have happened. Hey, Vanessa, come on in. Come on in. Getting excited. My regular crew's coming in. And so we've been talking about self-care, y'all. We've been talking about the things that we do. We've been talking about some things that distract us from getting that self-care and really zoning in on ourselves. And so when I started thinking about this message tonight, God brought me back to when I first came to Atlanta, right? I was young, tender, 24, out here trying to get it, living my best life. I came to Atlanta, you guys, to find my husband, right? Like that's what I came here to find my husband. Oh my gosh, listen, that was my whole thing. I was looking for love in all the wrong places, right? Absolutely. And so I came here, started dating fresh out the gate, started dating all kinds of different people, meeting all types of different people, going out, hitting the life, the nightlife, enjoying myself, and just being young. I was 24, early 20s. But I always had it in the back of my mind, like, oh, I'm looking for love. I'm looking for my husband. This is why I moved. I originally moved here from Washington, those of you who know me. And my reason for moving ultimately at the time was to, start a new job in a new field. And honestly, it was because I was running away from a horrible breakup, like the worst. And so I came out here, guys. Hey, Erica. Hey, guys. And started dating, right? Dating. And while I started dating, I started meeting fools. Absolute fools. I'm talking about the most foolish kind of men, the craziest kind of men, the users, the abusers, the what the hell am I doing dating you kind of men. Yeah, I started meeting all those men. And I just couldn't figure it out. I'm like, I'm young, I'm, successful, I'm doing things in my life. I want to help people. I'm getting my master's. I'm, doing all these different great things. And I just keep finding these crazy fools, right? I just kept, and it was after every single time I got in a relationship or a situationship, right? Because it wasn't a relationship, it was just a situationship. I was like, why am I going through this and that? I'm just re-traumatizing myself. I'm dealing with this. I got this fool, that fool. Like, what is going on? Hey, Terry. And so in the midst of that, I got to a point where I'm like, well, I just keep running into these people. I'm such a good person. I'm such a sweet person. Like, why do I keep running into craziness? Like, I'm such a good person. I got such a good heart. I don't understand. But I said I came to Atlanta, right? Looking for my husband. I was searching for him. I was out there on the prowl, honey, trying to find the one. And God said, no. That's not what I sent you to Atlanta to do. And so I ran into all these crazy people. Anyways, in the midst of that, I had to get to a point where I got tired of dating fools, of dating abusers, users, the craziest men. I promise I could write a whole story about it, right? My dating in Atlanta, I can write a whole story, a book, bestsellers, everything. You'd be like, what? He did what? She did what? It would be a mess, honey. Hey, Auntie Angie. And so, listen, what I noticed was that I had to do some self-analyzing, right? Because I was meeting all these crazy men and all these men who were broken and hurting me and traumatizing me. But I had to look at myself. Who was the common denominator in every single one of those situationships? Me. Miss Brittany Drenay Nicole Wilder, Will Thompson at the time. But it was me, you guys. And so I don't know who's been there. I don't know who this message is for. Like I told you, I started thinking I was going to talk about one topic and God was like, no, absolutely not. You're going to tell them the story. And so I'm being obedient because I know that this is for somebody. I had to look at me, you guys. And I'm talking about really look in the mirror, really recognize what was going on. The common denominator is me. What am I giving off to attract this type of man? What is it that I'm giving off to attract this fool, this traumatizer, this abuser, this user, this crazy fool, right? What am I giving off? And that was when I had to go and look in the mirror and say, wow, desperation. Hey, desperation. Told you I was looking for love in all the wrong places. Seriously, I was looking for it, searching for it. I wanted love so bad. That's all I wanted, right? But instead I was giving off this whole desperate, she needs it, she wants it, she want to be with. That's what I was giving off, y'all. Even though my heart was like, I just am a lover. I'm a lover at the core of my being. I was giving off, hey, she's with it. Hey, what's up? She's the one. Go ahead and get it. Temporary. That's what I was giving off. She's going to give everything. She's going to give her all. Might as well take it. Right? So I had to get real within myself and really zone in on those ugly parts. And I mean those ugly parts, guys. Those ugly parts. Why do I feel like I need a man? Why do I feel like I need this? Why can't I be alone? Why do I feel like I got to date this person and be in this situationship? I had to get to that point where I had to zone in on me. There we go again. That self-care, right? And it wasn't until, tell your truth. Thank you, Auntie. You know I'm going to speak on it. It wasn't until I zoned in and was like, there's some things in my past that I have not dealt with at this time. And what's happening is I keep finding these men that are just the same as these men in my past. The men who have traumatized me in my past. The people who have hurt me, broke me down in my past. And what happens to pain when you do not heal it is that it shows up over and over again. And I tell my friends, I tell my clients all the time, you guys, when I was dating, I was finding the same man with a different name. The same man, a different name, over and over and over again. And something was wrong because I was putting out something that I was attracting that type of man. And that wasn't the type of man that I wanted. I wanted my husband, right? So that's when I had to zone in on me. Self-care. I had to look and find out who Brittany was, what Brittany wanted, what was going on. I had to work on my boundaries, guys. The hardest thing, because with me, I'm such a giver. I was just like, here you go. You want my car? You need to borrow this? You need to borrow that? Oh, I'll do your resume for you. Oh, you need a resume? Oh, you need a job? Oh, let me call it in for you. I'm talking about, listen, I wouldn't tell no lies. I'm talking about the truth here, you guys. The absolute truth. That was who I was. Had no boundaries when it came down to a man I was dating. I was giving my all away to people who were not my husband at all, not even close to it. For me, I was attracted to the F boys. Yes, fuck boys. Actually, that is in my notes. Actually, in my notes. I do understand, Terry. A bunch of F boys, a bunch of fuck boys in my past too as well. I get it. That's it. I had to retrain my mind to learn that they are not husband material. Also, I needed to heal. Thank you. I needed to heal. I needed healing so bad that it was going to really get down to the root problem of what was going on with me. With me, you guys. And that's what I did. I healed. I healed. Let me say it again. I healed. I had to address these different parts. I had to address being so needy and so clingy and so available. God, you got to look, listen, you got to look in the mirror and find those parts that have not been healed. Then Junior came. Yes, listen. Healing is hard. I started going to therapy 2 times a week. I went to a healing class that changed my entire life. God bless that woman, Rebecca, that changed my entire life, that made me recognize that there was a lot going on inside that I hadn't addressed, that I was in denial. I was in so much denial because my front was, I was a woman that had her own house, her own car. I was educated. I was all these different things, right? I was a good person. My heart was great. And so I was in denial that I had some things going on the inside that was causing these fuck boys to come around. Like Terry was saying, I had to go ahead and zone in on this heart, you guys, and really do some real deep cleaning, some deep cleansing, some real healing, some addressing some things that I didn't want to address. Nobody wants to think about being needy and clingy and always answering the phone and always willing to do this and do that and dropping your standards to be with somebody just to be with somebody. Nobody wants to think of themselves like that. But listen, when you are ready to heal your situation and when you are ready to get away from the fuck boys, the fuck girls, the whoever is re-traumatizing you and who is using you and who is abusing you for who you are, that's when you will do anything, and I mean anything, to get your healing. And thank God for showing that healing class through my Facebook over and over again. Healing class, healing 101. Come in, get you. And I'm like, oh God, I don't know. Should I go? Should I not? Thank God I did it. I did it scared and I did it by myself. To go and get started to recognize what was going on with me. And that's when everything started flowing. I went to the healing class, started learning about speaking over myself, affirmations, speaking it, believing it, walking into it. I started thinking about my boundaries, setting boundaries, went to therapy, got help for the different things that I was going through, my different struggles, you guys, being so needy, so clingy, taking things so serious before they're even getting serious. I was one of those women that as soon as I was dating you, oh, you my boyfriend? Oh, you my boyfriend? Yeah, out the gate. Like, learning how to date. I teach myself how to date, you guys. Like, it's real. And these are the things that I know a lot of people are dealing with. Different situations that are causing these things to happen. The situationships, these re-traumatizing events with men, women, whoever you're dating. You got to get within yourself. Self-care. Zone in. And when I started zoning in, the amount of love I was giving myself, the different things that I was doing for Brittany and for nobody else. I'm talking about, I changed it all the way around to the point where I was going out to live music by myself. I was comfortable with being alone. I had never been comfortable with being alone, you guys. And I know there's so many people that are like that. So scared of being alone and being by yourself and loving on yourself and being comfortable with yourself and having a good time with yourself that you jump into a situationship over and over again. I've been there, done that. It's not the way. Love you. It's real. We have to learn how to date. No one taught us that. Yes, Terry. Nobody taught us that. We got to learn how to date. Zone in on you. If you guys don't get nothing else out of this, zone in on you. When you zone in on you, you start loving you, you start giving yourself that self-care, you start shining. I mean, beaming like a light. I'm talking about I was smiling everywhere I went. Hey, how you doing? I'm Brittany. Hey, meeting people. Still started and wasn't dating. I was zoning in on me, but was meeting people. Meeting all kinds of people, friends and this and that, and just hanging out, enjoying myself. Out there enjoying myself. In Atlanta, I had the best time in Atlanta by myself, you guys. By myself. And then that's when my husband came along. Here I am, shining bright like a diamond. Looking good, honey. Looking good. I done gave myself that love. I done spoke over myself every day. And I'm talking about, I was one of them people that I put my affirmations on my phone and listen to it every morning. Like, yeah, you got this. You beautiful. You strong. You amazing. You this. Like, there's somebody out there for you. Don't give up on love. Love is there. Love is in you. You are love. God is love. I'm talking about, I was speaking them things over my life, honey. And it was shining through everything I was doing. Everything I was doing. New job, new car, just loving myself. Loving myself, you guys. And me and my husband, we've been friends for a long time. He ain't never said, oh, hey, Brittany, what's up with me and you? Oh, what? Hey, what's up, girl? That was never the conversation ever. But as soon as I started loving on myself, as soon as I started showing up different, right? You show up different when you love yourself, when you give yourself that self-care. You show up different. You show up different. And he noticed that. He noticed me. For once, it was the first time somebody noticed me before I noticed them, right? Those affirmations are everything. Yes, Jazzy, everything. Everything. If you don't do affirmations, listen, you're missing out. Start speaking it over your life. Speaking it over your life. And I would say things like, your husband's coming. He's going to find you. Watch, girl. And what did he do? He found me. I just didn't know it was a friend of a friend of a friend that had been around for years, that I had been cool with for years, that found me and loved me for me. I didn't have to be anybody else but me. And I still don't. Almost 4 years later. I still don't. That man loved me for me. And that is it. That is what that self-love, that self-care, that is what we've been talking about all month, y'all. Self-love, self-care, zoning on yourself. Start to deal with those issues. Start to get down to the root problem. Because a lot of us were really good at finding distractions. We're really good at being in denial. We're really good at taking a hit and moving and not healing that. We're so good at it. We're so good at it, right? I know with me, I've always seen strong black women in my family go through any situation, just keep on trucking, keep on trucking, keep on trucking, not deal with it though. I was different. I had to deal with some things before I was able to go on to that next step, before I was able to be ready to be a wife. I'd been saying, oh, I'm looking for my husband. I want to be a wife. I want to be this. And I was a mess. I wasn't ready. God knew I wasn't ready. That's why he didn't send my husband until it was time. Until it was time. I just had to share that with you guys. It's so real. Love yourself. Love yourself. If you're looking for help, if you need some help with those affirmations, if you need some help with finding that self-love, zoning in on you, self-analyzing, that's what I had a coach for. That's what I have a coach for. That's what I had a therapist for. Reach out, y'all. Reach out. My link is always, always, always on this video. I am so excited to help you. And this is the end, you guys. Take Care Tuesdays. I hope you guys are truly taking care of yourselves, really zoning in on yourselves, really getting that self-care, really doing all those different things that we've been talking about this entire time. I love you guys, and I will see you guys next Tuesday. If you haven't already, go ahead and download that free ebook with those affirmations so you can start your affirmations today. You don't have to wait. I got a free ebook right there to zone in. Get those affirmations now. Zone in on you. And I promise Those blessings are going to just start to flow. All the things you want, speak it, believe it, walk into it. All right, y'all. Love you guys. I'll see you guys later. Bye.